All right, so I'm at the gmetrix.net site and I am going to sign up for a new account. And this is similar to what you guys are going to have to do. Oop. United States. You guys do not need to enter a student number. And instead of my teacher account, I'm going to do a student account, similar to what you guys are going to be doing. Okay, and I'm going to do this. And I'm going to pause while I put in my super secret answer. Oh, and I should mention, make sure you accept the terms before you click on confirm. So once you click on confirm, I always have Google save my passwords. And I'm going to go ahead and sign in. So it's going to give you a little tour. But what we really want to do is download. So I'm not going to enter the access code here because I want to download the application and enter it there. So I'm going to adjust this address a little bit and go into download. And I have Windows, so I'm going to go ahead and download the Windows version. And I just told it to show me the download file in the folder, but it's taking a while, so I'm going to go ahead and be impatient and open the folder myself. And now I'm going to right click on that. And normally I install as an administrator. So I'm going to go ahead and do that again. And I'm going to say yes. And I agree and install. And I'm going to pause while it's doing this. So once it is done, make sure the little check mark next to run is activated and click on finish, because that should launch the application. And then we can enter our access code. And the access codes are posted in the class, in the gmetrix instructions. It's a single access code for the entire class. So please do not share these access codes. We only have a certain number. Okay, so now I am in the running app. I'm not at the website anymore. So this is the running app. And let me put in my username. Hopefully I typed my password right. Okay, so this is going to be kind of the same tour that you got online. But if you guys are not familiar with gmetrix, you definitely need to read through this. And what we're really interested in is entering the access code. So this is the access code that is posted in Moodle that you need to enter. And if you have more than one class that has gmetrix, you can redeem all of the different access codes. It is one access code for the entire class. Don't share it with anybody outside of class because we only have a certain number of licenses. So I'm going to pause here while I enter them. And again, these codes are in your Moodle course. So I just entered my first code, which was for the database gmetrix test. And now it's got a little, let's see, selection of products. All right, this is just an example. So I think I'm going to exit out of here. Yes, I don't need the tour. All right, so this is for my first course that I entered an access code. And now I'm going to go ahead and redeem one for my second course that uses an access code. So I'm going to go ahead and pause. Okay, so now I've entered access codes for 2 of my courses. Now I'm going to go back in and enter the third access code. So if you have 3 classes with me that have access codes, those codes will be in Moodle. If you have 2 classes, both codes will be in Moodle. And if you have 1, you will see the code in Moodle. But regardless of how many you enter, you're just going to see the one tile on the screen. All right, so I've got my tile, and this is for all 3 of the access codes that I entered. So it doesn't matter how many access codes you have, you're just going to see the one IT specialist tile. So to take a test, you're going to click on that tile, and then you should see the different tests available that correlate to the activation codes that you entered. And then if you want to take a test, all you have to do is click on the tile that corresponds to the test that you want to take. And then you'll notice there's 2 modes. There is a training and a testing mode. Okay, and in this particular application here, HTML and CSS, it looks like I have 2 practice exams. Okay, and each one has 42 questions. Training mode actually provides help if you don't know the answers, and testing mode is just like the certification test. I mean, the environment is very similar. Okay, so if you go into training mode, okay, you will see you've got the questions. All right, so we have to set up our CSS. And we're styling links. And what did they say? Unvisited, so that'd be regular links, steel blue. Okay, so a link is steel blue. And the visited should be orange. Okay, so you'll notice up here, there is help. Okay. The help is super helpful because it's showing you the answer. So I know I got that one right. So I'm going to go ahead and click on next. Now, if if you didn't know the answer, you could mark it for review and skip it and then come back to it. But as you can see, this is not difficult at all to kind of navigate through this. This actually lets you go directly to a question number. Let's say you skipped something. This lets you save where you're at, which is what I think I'm going to do. Okay. And then if I wanted to go in and resume, I can. I go back to my dashboard and it's going to show me my recent activity. If I wanted to do a new test, I can. If I wanted to retrieve a save test, I can do that. So you can see it's pretty intuitive as far as how you use this. Once you are done for the day, you can click on the X. But let's say I wanted to do a new test. It takes me back to the panel where I can click on the tile and then I can go into whatever course I want to start the new test on. Okay, so hopefully you guys will find gmetrix useful in preparing for your certification exams.